have a look and see if this is the same. Is the vision of where you are like this? This is what moved me. This is when I said I'm all in.
Sometimes it's the simplest ideas that make the biggest difference. A connection to nature, a quiet faith in the greater good, a home grounded in simplicity. It's the quintessential Italian belief that health, happiness, and food naturally intertwine. The belief that these ingredients should be blended with love and care. Now combine this with something just as essential, a belief that every person, regardless of background, deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, and deserves the chance to live up to their fullest potential. Now take this worldview and marry it with a truly unique idea at the right time. Well, that'll make people stop and pay attention. A truly unique idea has the power to change everything. It stands apart. It challenges the ordinary. And in its simplicity, it can move the world forward. That simple formula, love, health, respect, and a singular, simple, extraordinary idea has the power to change lives in our community, in our country, and around the world. Life is short. Timing is everything. And this fall, everything begins.
How about I just go ahead and let Herron give his testimony? We have a product called Flex that's coming our way soon. I get a testimony a day from people that got little tiny samples of this stuff. When I first looked at that little bottle, I thought, what in the world is that going to do? Well, I'll give you a clue. We don't make any medical claims. I want you to understand that. I'm not saying this product's going to do for you what it did for Herron's family, but I'll let him tell his story. I mean, we're still in America, and I think we can tell our own personal story. Herron?
Yeah, thank you, Ray. Thanks, Malcolm, for the opportunity to share. So we got our sample on July 17th. We were actually went to the corporate office, signed the NDA, and Gordon shared with us his dream, what he sees happening, unfolding here. And right away, I caught it. I caught the vision right away. So anyways, they gave us a little sample bag, and we got home that night, and we went upstairs to visit with Robin's mom. She's got scoliosis of the spine. She cannot go from the kitchen counter to the kitchen island like 4 feet apart. She can't go from one end to the other without grabbing a hold of something, without grabbing a hold of her cane, her walker, or her wheelchair. And if she's in the kitchen, I'll go upstairs and she'll just be leaning on the counter because it relieves the pain, the pressure. So we went up there, and again, she was leaning on the counter when we went up, and Robin took 4 drops of the Flex, and she rubbed it into the palms of her hands, got it warmed up, and then rubbed it into her hips and her lower back. And then she was just standing there, and she said, "What's this stuff supposed to do?" And we're like, "We don't know. You're our first guinea pig." So she said, "Well, I think I got my balance back." And that's when I realized she was just standing there. She wasn't leaning or holding on to anything. So Robin said, "Well, can you walk for us?" So she's got a huge kitchen island. So she walked around, all the way around without grabbing anything. She walked all the way around and the whole island. And then that's when I thought, wow, holy smokes. So then I grabbed my phone and I said, "Can you walk down the hallway for me so I need to video this?" She walked down the hallway. She never touched the couch or the kitchen island. She just walked down. And then I asked her to turn around and come back towards me. She spun around and came right back at me. We were shocked. And she put her finger up in the air and she said, "Now this I will buy." because everything is hocus pocus, nothing works, everything's placebo, right? She's 86 years old, and she's in a lot of pain. So it was absolutely amazing. So then we went to go see my son. My son's got a bad arm from lifting heavy at the gym. And so it took us an hour to convince him to let Robin put it on his shoulder, because again, it's placebo, it's not going to work. I've tried everything. So Robin took 4 drops, warmed it up, rubbed it into his shoulder, and he said, "See, it's placebo, it doesn't work." And we're like, "Oh, well, I guess it don't work for everybody." And then he just kind of looked up at the ceiling like that, and then he started raising his arm, and he went all the way up over his head like this, and then touched his other shoulder. And he said, "Dad," he said, "this is impossible. This can't be. This is all in my head." He went and he laid on the couch on his right side, because he hasn't been able to sleep on his right side. And then he just started laughing. He started laughing. He said, "Dad," he said, "this stuff works." And then I have a chiropractor friend, believe it or not, lives in Murray, Utah, where the corporate office is. And I called him and shared with him what was happening. And he said, "Hernan, I got to have this stuff right now." Now, normally, Dr. Sessions tells me no, even before I start talking. He tells me, "No, I'm not doing network marketing." He did very well in networking in the past. And so he's usually very negative. And so when I told him what was happening, he said, "I got to get this stuff right now, right now." I said, "Okay." I said, so I set up an appointment with him to go over to the corporate office and meet with Curtis. And Curtis had him sign an NDA. He gave him some samples. And then 2 days later, he called me. And I thought he's gonna, this is normally when he'll blast me, right? Like, this stuff don't work. But he right away said, "Oh my God," he goes, "this stuff works. Can you believe this? Did you see the science on this? Do you know what they have here?" He was so excited. He did all the research because he helps companies develop products. So he just got all excited about this. And now what he's done now is he's gone out and bought $800 worth of olive oil. He's bought olive oil from all over the world. And he said, "Hernan, I can't get the 3 coughs. I can't even get 1 cough. And I've spent $5 an ounce for olive oil, and I don't get the cough." So what you're looking for is that 3 coughs. That is the measurement of the amount of olecanthal in the oil. So he goes over to the office to get another shot of oil because he wants to make sure. So he goes to the office, gets a shot of oil. They all salute, and everybody starts coughing right away. That's how powerful this olive oil is. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, so right away I just started calling people.
Mr. Malcolm Wallace.
If you don't know what an Oklahoma yarn is, that was mine.
There you go.
Thank you, Hernan. Look, these people are on the screen here. This is part of our graphics, it's part of our branding, but you're going to be just like them. Why? Because you're going to have those exact same testimonies. If you've ever been in the business before where there's testimonies that actually work and it's that quick, we're just talking about that was one of, and then the product that Hernan scared you away. If you're a brand new person, like, what? I got to drink something that's going to make me cough? No, we solved that problem for you. But when you have testimonies like that, and how far away are you from having those testimonies? Well, from what Ray said, the 11th to the 11th to the 11th, that's 12 days. Actually, I'm going to get it a day earlier because I'm already on the 30th October. By the way, I turn 107 tomorrow. I was born in 1918, 31st October. There you go. So, Oliabo,